I would say the biggest thing is that I've learned, and it took me a while to learn it, was don't get caught in the FOMO. You know what I mean? The fear of missing out. That's how people get caught at the top. I know everyone's into looking at charts and looking at graphs of how cards are performing, and you always see that one peak. And getting caught in the FOMO means that you bought the card at that peak, at the tippy tip of the toppy top, and that's what I would say is everything comes back down. Like it feels like what's hot right now. Like um, I mean, Jordan Poole cards were like super hot, like about a month ago. F1 is super hot right now, and there's so many times it feels like, man, the rocket ship just took off on that. I missed it. I got to get in now. And then sure enough, like anything that goes up that fast comes down just as hard. And that's just like a lesson, not just in cards, but that's a lesson in life and stocks too. I mean, just a year back, you had people that or even now, people are buying into NFTs because they're going to miss the boat. They get left with the bag. People are buying GME stock because they don't want to miss the rocket ship. They get left with the bag. Dogecoin, they get left with the bag. So that's what I've learned is when something goes up that fast, it comes down just as hard. So don't get caught in the FOMO. But for the and I know who are the people that, like, I don't know. I kind of just want to kind of hammer this point home. This probably has nothing to do with what we talked about, but um, like the card prices aren't coming back of 2021 aren't coming back anytime soon. So if you bought a Kobe Bryant PSA 9 Topps base rookie for $1,500, it's going for like $300 now. It's not gonna, we're not gonna wake up in 2 months and all of a sudden it's 1,500 again. So my opinion, this is what I do. I sell it and I move on because I know that I can sell that $300 card and probably flip it into maybe, let's say, $600 worth of raw cards, then flip that into like $800, into $800 a PSA slab. And the next thing you know, I have a $1,500 card again. I don't know, but I just want to kind of get that point across to people that are doing the hobby now. Is that you're not going to make money on appreciation so much anymore. It might go up 10, 20%, but you're not going to see 300, 400, 500% like in NFTs, a couple months ago or in sports cards a year and a half ago. You're probably going to make money on activity. You know what I mean? Less than appreciation, like flipping cards over and over and over again, which is why I love going to shows, because you have the opportunity to meet with other like-minded dealers in that mindset and just kind of, find deals that work for you and work for the other person.
And then also people can adjust it. What you're saying is adjust your strategy.
Right.
Whatever your strategy was before, it may need a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of grease here, something to get you to in balance with what the market is doing. And then you can see kind of the fruits on the trees after that, right?
Yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on that in general? The whole comp thing with cards?
Oh, that's a great question. It brings me to, right, when I walk into a show, my mind, like I have a business background and I'm always thinking about maximizing my dollars when I'm in a place. So I don't care if I'm buying a car for $15, it's 15 the right price.
Right.
That's on my mind. But then also we talked about earlier that prices on cars have gone down, right? You can walk into some shows. If you look at the table, you wouldn't know that, right? Keane, come on now, bro. You look at the table, you're like, oh man, it's like 8 months ago right now.
Right. I fell into a time machine. Time machine.
that makes me want to have the conversation even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a cycle. I'm not blaming anyone, but it's just part of the overall ecosystem of what's going on. It's like, but I do have some people that I go to a show and I already know there's a history here of where their comps are going to be, right? I can quickly look at the table and know their comps are up to date.
Yeah.
So then we're not even having a conversation.
Yeah.
It's like I'm back at Comic-Con.
Yeah. But then on the flip side, I also know that I know where those comps are going to be, and like I don't even need to ask because there's nothing for me at this table. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I do know that too.
Yeah.
But then with those people, I kind of start having a conversation just about different things overall.
Yeah, that's good.
And there's been some people that I've gone in, and it may be like 6 or 7 times going in. There's nothing on that table that's for me. And then on the 8th or 9th time, I look down. Oh shoot!
Yeah,
there's something right there that I'm very much interested in at a price
that makes sense.
Works for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes you never know. But there are some dealers that when you walk up, like this is probably not going to be a buying opportunity for me.
So
Well,
we're
let's
just
see.
gonna,
Let's go
we're
ahead
just
of
gonna talk. Yeah, we're just gonna talk.
time.
Yeah,
Eagle said a lot of deals are still in 2020,
yeah,
and
man.
I know why. I mean, I can kind of
I
get it.
get it. When we
Yeah.
trade in, whenever, man. Hit me in the DM. You know I'm down to work. Yeah, a lot of it's I don't know, but look, I see that a lot too in the Bay Area, but I also like understand that this person probably doesn't need to sell any cards, so he could price it at whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Like when I do a deal, like I want someone to make money off of me. You know what I mean? Because then if I make up my mind, that's fine. And if somebody makes money off me, they're definitely going to come back. We're definitely going to do more business. But if they lose money on a deal, like I'll probably like I didn't knowingly take advantage of someone, but I got a good deal and we just never did a deal again. And he's a good person, but like there's that reputation in the back of my mind that Keane's gonna like take advantage of me, you know what I mean? Or he's not gonna give me a good deal. So I don't know. I think there needs to be a little bit more of that in the hobby. Not so much sweating like the last five, the last 10, the last $20 or the last 20%, you know, or the last 10%. Just like, no leave a little bit of room for the next person, you know what I mean?
Okay. And I'll just say this, right? I'm the person that Keane, we have a good relationship, and I'll give on the price, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're willing to work with me. We're talking about something. We have a history. I can look at 2 other cards in my collection, and I know I got them from you. I got them from this person.
Yep.
But I have in the past, and this is just part of my personality. Sometimes I think people here in my house knows this. If I come up and if I see these things are just overpriced, I'm gonna start negotiating, King.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm probably gonna go real strong on some comps,
For sure.
and then we're gonna talk logically about why would this be the case, And there are some things that I've talked to people about that I don't even put in content because I'm not trying to blast someone,
Yeah.
at their table. But I just want people to know sometimes that, especially when we first started going out, no one knew who we were, and I guess people thought, I'm just gonna shoot any kind of price out there and see what the hook in the water gets. It's just not good, man.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I'll tell everybody out there though, what we're talking about is a small
Yes.
portion of what's going on. When I go into a show, this is not the norm. This is
Exactly.
not even 20% of what I'm saying.
Yep.
So just giving you some outlier stuff.
Could I give a quick story real quick? I want to say this on your show because you have a good reach and a good audience. So this is just one like when I gave that little speech right before, like what's a good use case. So how did this work for me in real life? So I tell a story. Brian from Sunday League Investors, and I've said this before, but I want to get across. Brian from Sunday League Investors, he moved out from Florida here to the Bay Area, and I randomly ran into him at a card show in San Jose.
Okay.
And I knew of him. I wasn't really starting YouTube at that time, but I knew of him and I knew of his channel. I liked his stuff. And I was like, you know what? I want to do a deal with Sunday League Investors, So eventually we start talking, we do a deal. And just to break the ice with him, I did a trade with him, knowing that I wasn't really getting the better end of the deal, but just to do a trade with the man, you know what I mean? And kind of build a relationship from there. And, we did the deal. We ended up working out, and then we started talking a little bit more like, hey, what are you into? What are you doing? And we started keeping track on the DMs and keeping in touch. And we're like, hey, you're into NFTs? Like, yeah, I'm into NFTs. Like, hey, I want to invite you to my group chat of me and my friends. We're into NFTs. So we start getting into NFTs. And I'll just say that I've made more money on the information that I've gotten in that chat, all from doing a deal with Brian, than from any card I could have sold to him that day in San Jose. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like just building that relationship from and talking. And now we're doing YouTube videos together. And now I'm helping to promote a show here in San Jose. And all from just giving him an extra $100 on that one day in San Jose. You know what I mean?